everyone, this is Dr. Xiang, the modern traditional doctor, and you should know that I'm not just a TCM doctor. Alright, I have been not posting anything to my YouTube for quite some time, so I decided to post something for my YouTube today. So I do have quite a bit of patients with eating disorders, with digestion issues, with a lot of emotional issues that is linked to not being able to let go of the past. So I actually will want to do audio recording of a hypnosis script that I have, mainly to help with eating disorders patients, anorexic, bulimic, and all these kind of eating disorders issues. So thereafter, I'm going to shut this down. It will be a black screen, and there'll be only my voice talking about the hypnosis. So yeah, you can listen to this script before you sleep. Help with getting the information into your subconscious mind. Yeah, and listen to it as often as possible, and it's going to help you with getting better and letting go of emotional baggage that leads to presentations as eating disorders. Alright, so here we go. Anorexia is often explained in the media as being about trying to imitate fashion models, and that it is a symptom of our culture where thin is so often equated with beautiful. However, many of those who actually suffer from anorexia don't relate to this explanation at all. The truth is that anorexia can have many different roots. Low self-esteem can be a factor, as can lack of control and real choices in life. For some, it may be based in fear of dealing with the challenges of responsibility. It can also come out of family problems or relationship difficulties. So there's a sense in which we can understand anorexia as an attempt to solve apparently insoluble difficulties, a way to get at least a sense of control and security when you feel anxious and uncertain about things. Unfortunately, this attempted solution, which looks so attractively simple at first, soon turns out to be like an abusive partner, someone who professes to love you but who steals from you and abuses you. At the start of the relationship, they seduce you and promise you security and safety. And in the honeymoon period, things feel much more stable with them. But step by step, they start to steal your self-respect. They make you believe you need them, that you are no one without them. They make you keep the abuse a secret from your family and friends. So you put on a smile and pretend things are okay. And when people see what's going on and try to persuade you to leave this partner, you can't imagine life any other way. It seems impossible. You may even feel guilty for betraying your partner by even thinking about leaving. This session is about seeing through the trap that you're in and how you can make changes in your thinking and emotions to help you come out of it. Because the real trap of anorexia is that the attempted solution of restricting your eating ends up as a dramatic loss of control. Because the anorexia starts controlling you and dictating every part of your life. In fact, anorexia bullies and tricks people into losing control of so much of their lives that they can die. But just as people do manage to leave abusive relationships for good and go on to enjoy a fulfilling, secure life, So do people come out of anorexia and regain control over their health and their ability to live the life they want at heart. And this session is about making instinctive changes inside to help you do that. Now, you can lie down or sit up straight with the eyes closed as you listen to this session. Because there's so much that you do instinctively in life, the way you breathe, the way that heart beats, the way you understand your native language effortlessly, and if you haven't yet closed those eyes, you could do so right now. And if they're already closed, you could just imagine them closing again, because there is a relaxed, comfortable, mindering state of mind that you go into each and every night as you drift off to sleep, where that rational, conscious mind begins to drift and wander, and that instinctive, unconscious mind begins to dream dreams, and that body knows how to relax even deeper, still drifting into times as simple as a childhood memory of being ever so small and running over the grass, the air rushing against your face, a big smile and a good feeling inside. How your voice was higher and there were big people around, and you could feel each little foot press into the grass and push you onwards, and you were learning even then how to run better, how to feel comfortable playing and jumping, to explore, to really explore. And as you drift in time, floating deeper into comfort and into times deeper and deeper, a wonderful sense of letting go inside, that mind and body can relax instinctively. Any conscious thoughts can quiet down, and know that you have so many wonderful abilities within you, from the way that body can intelligently fight infections or heal a cut knee, instinctively, intelligently growing back just the right amount of skin, to the fact that you can deeply understand the world around you in ways that are unique to being human. Language, culture, art, relationships, a sense of justice and compassion. And there are some understandings that are unique to you. You dream dreams at night that no one else ever has or will. The events of your life are as unique as your fingerprints, and you have needs within you too, just as a plant needs sunlight and water and good soil filled with nutrients, a place to set down roots. So you have needs to feel understood, to feel secure and in control, to be creatively challenged, and there are many ways you have learned to meet those needs throughout your life, even as a baby. The ways you learn to let your parents know you needed something. How you learn the creative fun of playing games. And you learn some things you could control, like the movement of your fingers and hands, and other things you couldn't, like the rain and the wind, and that body has its own needs too, to get adequate rest, the long sleeps you had as a baby, the naps during the day, the nutrients that body needed to be able to build cells, to let that brain develop, so that you can think and understand all that you can today. The need for water, for nutrients, and as you took in nourishment from the world, you began to flourish, becoming more and more aware of who you are at heart, in every cell of your being, and in the knowledge that you can just relax even deeper right now. And I knew a woman once who had been going through a very difficult time in her life, and she was invited to join a group who seemed to meet all of her needs, who welcomed her and gave her a sense of being special, where she would be safe from the dangers and uncertainties of the outside world. And at first, the group delivered on its promises, and the people there were friendly and welcoming. And it felt so good that at first she hardly noticed the negative side. Little moments when she tried to express her opinion about something and was silenced by another member. Times she was encouraged to give more and more of her savings to the group's fund, and never being quite clear just where the money was going. But gradually, she found she was working long hours for little food, and being told the outside world was dangerous, and she was forbidden to make contact with anyone in her former life. And she began to adapt her thinking, even her beliefs, to the philosophy of the group. And soon she even found herself being told to give herself to the group leaders. And she began to slowly forget who she was, living a half-life of abuse and work and fear and tunnel vision. So that even when her brother managed to track her down and make contact, and saw the shell she had become, the more he tried to persuade her to come home, to leave the cult, the more she heard his words as trickery, because she could see no other life than this. And it was only after a significant time in that cult, after a particularly long, weary day, when she heard some children playing in nearby field, running in the grass, singing a nursery rhyme she remembered from her own childhood, that she suddenly got a flash of her real life, of the life this cult had stolen from her, of the health and the self-respect the cult had stolen from her, of the relationships she had been cut off from. And that night, she secretly packed what few belongings she had and fled. And when I saw this woman, it was to help her begin to readjust to her real life, to be able to take the distorted ideas the cult had given her and to look at them one by one in a new light, like pieces of junk mail, the sales pitches of a con man, how they had tricked her and how she wasn't to blame, because they were very persuasive people, and people drawn into cults are often intelligent and kind-hearted folks who were just going through bad times and saw an answer that drew them in and cleverly tricked them. But it's time to see through the trickery and reconnect with who you really are now. That woman did reconnect with her life and was welcomed by her friends and family, and she built new relationships, and the honesty of that return to herself let her really see those old lies for what they were, and she was able to rediscover the real her who grew up from that girl playing on the grass, laughing, playing, eating, sleeping, exercising, letting her body and mind grow and thrive. And the real you at your heart, who wants to be free from the trap you have been caught in, the you that dwells in every cell of that body, the you who's listening right here, right now, has a right far truer and deeper and more honest than any lie that anorexia may tell you. A right that you can begin to assert and affirm right now, building into a vision of the days and weeks ahead, seeing yourself incrementally eating better, more healthily, nourishing yourself, a new hope in your eyes, a new freedom to relax around food, to relax around yourself. And I'd like you to just watch yourself sometime from now, having seen through all that old pattern and put it behind you, so that you are free to eat healthy meals, free to love, free to be relaxed and open with friends, and what is like to smile, not just with your face, but with your eyes, and with an inner smile in every cell of that body. That's it. And you can listen to this session regularly and instinctively integrate these changes even more deeply each and every time that you do, and you can bring these good feelings of health and relaxation with you as you begin to return to the here and now and feel very good as you do, and as you prepare to become wide awake. That's it. You can just notice the position of your body and the sensation of the surface that you're resting on, and as you reorient it to this present moment and to your surroundings, you can just come all the way back now. You can just open up your eyes and welcome back.